Hi, I'm Shams Farooq. I'm going to give you a brief overview of digital logic and design course. As we are familiar with digits, we use them in decimal number systems. It consists of digits from 0 to 9. There's another number system which we call a binary number system. It consists of 2 digits, and those 2 digits are called as bits. If you ask about what actually devices are, if you think of it, they are everywhere. They are all around us. Your calculator, your mobile phone, your laptop, your gaming console, your printer, your scanner, your audio player, they all are digital devices. And in this course, we're going to learn how these digital devices are designed and what is the procedure to design these digital devices. Before going into that, we must know what are the advantages of these digital devices. First, they are very efficient in processing data. They can store data. They are very good in transmitting data, and they are efficient and reliable. They can detect and correct errors. They can precisely and accurately reproduce your data. They are very easy to design, and that's what we're going to focus at. We're going to design those digital systems, and they are very minimal in space, like they occupy very minimal space. What actually digital devices does for us, they process information, like they process numbers. Your calculator process numbers. Your calculator add them, subtract them, multiply, divide, and it can do so many things with your numbers. Similarly, we can process text. Your Word is an example of a text processor. We can apply formulas, or we can work with equations using computers or digital devices. We can do drawings and process pictures. Your camera process pictures for you. Similarly, a paint is an example of drawing tool, and it processes information. We can also process sound and music using digital devices. If we see the course, we can divide course into these major chapters or these major parts. First of all, we're going to learn what different number systems are, how they are interconnected. Secondly, we're going to learn about basic logical elements. As we are designing digital devices, what are the basic logic elements of those digital devices. Then we're gonna learn about mathematics of digital devices, which is called Boolean algebra, and it involves simplification process as well. Then there are two type of circuits. One is combinational logic circuit. Example of a combinational logic circuit could be an adder. It adds to number. There are other example of combinational logic circuits like multiplexer, decoder, encoder. So we're going to learn how combinational logic circuits are designed. We're going to learn about sequential logic circuits, how they are designed. We also going to see how counter works, how they count. We're going to design different counters. We're going to look into memory elements as well, and we're going to work on programmable logic devices. To help us learn more, we're going to use simulations. I'm going to give you an example of a simulation. This is a Proteus simulation. It's a counter which counts from 0 to 9. It got a binary display, a decimal display, and a timing diagram as well. In the end of the course, we're going to do a project. Project could be anything. There are some examples given. You can design a digital clock. You can design a calculator, a digital display, a counter, a arithmetic logic unit, a traffic light signal. So this course is hard learning, like you're going to learn how to design a digital system. This is the marks distribution policy for the course. The course got total 8 assignments and assessments. All the material related to course will be available on Google Classroom. I will be available for meeting from 9 till 11. Secondly, the course duration is going to be 16 weeks. Lectures will be uploaded on YouTube channel. For discussion board, we are going to use Piazza. Reference book are Morris Mono and Thomas Floyd. If you got any queries regarding the course, you are welcome to ask. Thank you.